Okay, so we're going to discuss about the ellipse. As we all know, again, ellipse is just like an eye of a person. Okay, so it is a set of all coplanar points such that the sum of its distances from two fixed points is constant. The fixed points are called the foci of the ellipse. It is foci because it is a plural form of the focus. Nagkakaintindihan ba? Okay. So we have here the different parts of the ellipse. So we have the center, we have the vertices, which is the plural form of the vertex, and then we have the foci, again, plural form of the focus. We have the major axis, the minor axis, the directrices, plural form of directrix, the latus rectum. So we have here latus rectum endpoint 1 and latus rectum endpoint 2. Since it is just like a two parabola that collapse, di ba? Parang pag sinabi natin ellipse, para bang parabola that opens to the left and parabola that opens to the right that meets. So, ito po yung ating pong ellipse horizontally. Kapag naman daw parabola that opens downward and parabola that opens upward, tapos nag-meet, ito naman po yung ellipse vertically. Nagkakaintindihan ba? So, ang nadagdag lang po nating parts of the ellipse is the center. Yun po. And all parts of the parabola is also parts of the ellipse. So, meron na po tayo this time, since yung ating parabola may vertex, since dalawang parabola na po yun, kaya we call it vertices. Vertex 1 and vertex 2. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? And then, of course, sa parabola, meron tayong focus. So, ibig sabihin, sa ating pong ellipse, may dalawang focus. The first focus of the first parabola and the other focus of the second parabola, which is the foci, the plural form of the focus. So, meron din pong dalawang focus yung ating pong ellipse. And then, okay, meron din po tayong dalawang directrix, which is the directrices. Directrix po ng unang parabola at directrix po ng pangalawang parabola. Okay, and then we have the latus rectum, dalawa din. Latus rectum ng unang parabola and latus rectum ng pangalawang parabola. And then, ngayon, yung endpoint 1, meron na tayo ngayong latus rectum A and latus rectum B. Kasi dalawa na po yung latus rectum. Tapos, latus rectum A1, ibig sabihin, latus rectum A endpoint 1, latus rectum A endpoint 2. Tapos, latus rectum B endpoint 1, latus rectum B endpoint 2. Ang madadagdag po sa ellipse is the major and minor axis. Okay. Para bang, in other words, meron po tayong dalawang parabola that coincide. So, ito po yung ating parabola. Pag tinignan po natin yan, ito po yung parabola that opens to the right and parabola that opens to the left. Nakakaintindihan po ba? Okay, I am referring to the parabola, ellipse whose center is the origin of the Cartesian plane. Ibig sabihin, center at 0, 0. So, this will be our center. Okay, pinakagitna po. Okay, now, meron po tayong tinatawag, yung nadagdag po here is the major and minor axis. The major axis po is the longest segment inside the ellipse and the minor axis naman po is the shorter segment inside the ellipse. So, ito po yung tinatawag nating major axis. So, we have here MA, capital M. A, major axis. Ito naman po, bali, ito yung tinutukoy ng major axis the longer segment inside the ellipse. The shorter segment inside the ellipse is what we call the minor axis, small m. Okay, so this is what we call the major axis. This is what we call the minor axis. Okay, and then, okay, yung endpoint po daw, nung ating po daw major axis, okay, is what we call the vertex 1 and the vertex 2. Okay, so ito po. So here is our vertex 1 and here is our vertex 2. Nasusundan po ba? Okay. Next po. We also have the directrix. Okay. So, later na po natin yan. We're going to graph it after. So, ito lang po yung addition na sinabi ko. Okay. The major and the minor axis. Okay. Next po. Opo. Parang, kasi dito po, bale, wala na po tayo tinatawag na axis of symmetry. Kasi po, yung axis of symmetry po is aligned. Nagkakaintindihan ba? Pero yung major axis at saka minor axis is just a segment. But, it divides the ellipse from incongruent parts. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? So, ulitin ko, ang difference po ulit ng axis of symmetry, it is a line that divides a given shape or conic section into congruent parts. Okay, kaya dito, sa atin po, wala na tayong tinatawag na axis of symmetry. In replacement is what we call the major axis and the major axis and the minor axis. Ang major at saka minor axis is just a segment. Okay, that divides pa rin po yung ating ellipse into two congruent parts. Okay. So let's have here the major axis. The longer axis, it contains the foci, which is inside the ellipse. Then the minor axis is the shorter axis. Okay, the center of the ellipse, the intersection of the two axes. It is the midpoint between two foci and also the midpoint between two vertices. Okay, here po, parang nandito, kunyari yung ating focus. So let's say, here is the focus 1 and here is the focus 2. Okay. Siyempre, pag nandito yung focus 1, nandito po yung endpoint 1, endpoint 2 ng LRA. And then, ito naman po yung ating endpoint 1, endpoint 2. Parang ganyan po siya. Ayan. So, pag ito, tatawagin natin siyang LRA. Ibig sabihin, latus rectum A. Ito naman po will be our LRB. Tapos, yung kanyang endpoint, ito po yung LRB endpoint 1, LRB endpoint 2. Ito naman po, LRA endpoint 1, LRA endpoint 2. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? Diba sabi ko, paano tayo makakagawa ng parabola? Connect lang po, provide an arc, connect the endpoints, the vertex of the parabola. Okay, as you can see, nag-form tayo ng ellipse. Is it clear? Okay, next. Yung ating directrix po, of course, placed outside, okay, of our ellipse. So let's have here, take a look at our page 2. Ellipse with center at 0, 0. Okay, so let us have first discuss the equation. How are we going to determine if the ellipse is, if the foci is on the x-axis and if the foci lies on the y-axis? Okay, so let's have here the equation. Ito naman po yung equation of the ellipse. So we have now x squared plus y squared, okay, over a squared and b squared. And the other one is x squared plus y squared over b squared over a squared is equal to 1. Okay. So, where our C is the square root of the difference of the square of A and B. And our A is always greater than our B. Okay, so this time, here, take a look at this one, ellipse with foci. Yung foci, yung dalawang focus on x-axis. This one, ellipse with foci on y-axis. Any idea po? How can we determine if, just given the equation, how can we determine if the foci lies on the x-axis and if the foci lies on the y-axis? Here po, the foci lies on the what? X-axis. Kasi ito po yung ating foci from our, so this is foci lies on the x-axis. Ibig sabihin, kapag yung foci ay nasa x-axis, the ellipse is horizontal. Nakakaintindihan ba? But if the foci but if the foci lies on the y-axis, ibig sabihin po nun, yung ating ellipse ay vertical. Nakakaintindihan ba? So doon pa lang, makikita natin by just looking at the equation. Alam na natin, right then and then, mabivisualize na natin, is the ellipse a horizontal or a vertical. It depends where the foci lies. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? Now, going back to my question, observe the equation. What did you observe? What did you observe? What did you observe?
Na kanina pong denominator si a squared po siya po yung malalaman po natin kung x-axis po po siya or y-axis.
Okay. Very good. As you can see, okay, the placement of our A and B can interchange. Nagkakaintindihan ba? Pero ito, hindi po napapalitan. X and Y pa rin. Okay, this time, check lang po natin kung nasaan si A square. If our A square is under X square, it means that the foci lies in x-axis and it will be look like this one. Nakakaintindihan ba? If our A is under y square, it means the foci lies on the y-axis and it will be like this one when you plot. Is it clear? Okay, next po. Always remember that our A is always greater than our B. So, ibig sabihin, kapag halimbawa, x squared over 9 plus y squared over 4, then the other one is x squared over 4 plus y squared over 9 is equal to 1. As you can see, there's no need for you to ask, Miss, which one is our A? Is it 9 or 4? Miss, which is our A? Is it 4 or 9? The bigger number between the two is our A. Nakakaintindihan po ba? Dahil our A is always greater than our B. Is it clear? Kaya po, hindi na po natin pwede tanongin na, Miss, alin dito si A? Yung bang nasa ilalim ng X or yung nasa ilalim ng Y? Compare the numbers. The bigger the number, automatic, yun po si A. Is it clear? Okay. Next. Punta tayo sa vertices. Okay, sa vertices po, kapag po daw yung foci is in the x-axis, ang vertices po natin ay positive, negative A, 0. Kapag naman daw yung ellipse naman daw yung foci ay nasa y-axis, kabaliktaran naman po. 0, positive, negative A. Then sa foci, kapag naman daw nasa x-axis, positive, negative C, 0, kabaliktaran naman po pag nasa y, 0, positive, negative C. Sa major axis, okay, positive, negative A, 0, and then 0, positive, negative A. What did you observe? Same lang po sila ng vertices. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? Same lang po. Ang length po daw ng ating major axis ay double of our A. So if our A is 4, the length of our major axis is 8 units. Kasi we are referring to the length of the segment. Kaya lalagyan po natin siya ng units. Nagkakaintindihan ba? Okay, magkamukha lang po yun ha. Whether the foci lies on the x or on the y axis. Now, minor axis. Ang minor axis naman ay 0, positive, negative B if the foci lies on the x-axis. Pag naman daw nasa y-axis, positive, negative B, 0. The length of our minor axis this time is double of the length, is double of our B. So if our B is 3, it means our major axis, minor axis is 6 units. Double po hindi po square. Ibig sabihin 3 times 2. Okay. And then we have the intercepts. Okay, so ang intercepts daw ng ating foci ay positive, negative A sa ating x-intercept. Sa positive, negative B naman po pag po daw foci lies on the y-axis. Okay, same with the y-intercept, magkabaliktad lang po sila. Okay, next po, directrices. Sa ating pong foci lies on the x-axis, we have here, dalawa po yun, di ba? Dalawa yung directrix natin. We have the directrix 1 and directrix 2. So, magka-opposite lang naman po yan. Kapag si directrix 1 ay x is equal to 5, si directrix 2 is x is equal to negative 5. Same number, opposite sign. Okay. So, doon naman po ay x minus, which is the quotient of a squared and c. Sa atin naman po daw foci on the y-axis, y is equal to positive, negative b squared divided by c. Latus rectum, same lang po how you get the length of the latus rectum, and that is 2b squared over a. Okay, next po, latus rectum endpoint 1. Sabi ko, magiging 4 po lahat-lahat yung endpoint Dalawang endpoint 1, isang A, isang B. Dalawang endpoint 2, isang A, isang B. Is it clear? So we have here, latus rectum endpoint A. Huwag na po tayong 1. Latus rectum A. Okay, endpoint 1 is negative C, positive B squared over A. Endpoint 2 is negative C, negative B squared over A. Okay, latus rectum endpoint B. Okay, LRB1 is C, positive B squared over A. And LRB2, C, negative B squared over A. Same with the other one. Okay, so let's have here an example on how we're going to come out with the ellipse. Okay, so let's have here the given. Okay, so let's have now the given x squared over 25 plus y squared over 16. Again, as I said, the bigger number is our a squared. So it means that a squared is 25 and b squared is 16. So we're going to get the value of our a and b. So how are we going to get our a? So a squared is equal to 25, square both sides. So that makes a is square root of 25, which is 5. So our a is 5. For our b, so we have b squared is equal to 16, square both sides. So our b is 4. Nasusundan po ba? Next. So we're going to get our c. Our c is square root of a squared minus b squared. So we have now our a squared, which is 25, minus our b squared, which is 16. And 25 minus 16 is 9. So our c is 3. So nakuha na natin. So we have here our a is 5, our b is 4, and our c is 3. So from this one, we're going to go to our chart, okay, by finding the characteristics of each ellipse. So we have now, since our a squared is under x squared, it means that we will go to the column where the ellipse with foci on the x-axis. So ito po yung ating ipa-follow. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? Yung the one at the middle. So now let's go to the vertices. So for our vertices, we have positive, negative a, comma 0. So we have two vertices. So we have our vertex 1, which is a0, and vertex 2, which is negative a0. So what will be our vertex 1? Our vertex 1 is 5, 0, and our vertex 2 is negative 5, 0. Nasusundan po ba? Okay, now, we go to foci. Okay, so we have here positive, negative c, comma 0. So we have now the foci 1, which is c0, and the foci 2, which is negative c0. So what will be our foci 1, or focus 1 rather? So we have 3, 0. Our focus 2 is negative 3, 0. Okay, now we go to the major axis, MA. So we just get the length of the major axis, which is 2A. So our length will be 2 times 5, so that will be 10 units. Now we go to the minor axis, which is the small m. That is 2B. So 2 times 4, and that will be 8 units. Can you follow?
Yes.
Okay, wag na po tayo sa x and y intercepts kasi hindi naman natin yung kakailanganin in plotting. Then we have the directrices. Okay, so we have here the directrices. So we have here x is equal to positive, negative a squared over c. So we have directrix 1, which is x is equal to a squared over c, and we have the directrix 2, which is x is equal to negative a squared over c. Okay, so from here, for our directrix 1, we have x. What is our 5 squared over 3? So that will be 25 over 3. Divide lang po natin nearest to decimal places. You know how to divide? Marunong po ba? 25 divided by 3. So how many 3 are there in 25? Ilan po? Oy, 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So we have here 1, add 0, 0.3. So that will be 9, 10, 3. So 8.3. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? So our directrix will be fall on x is equal to 8.3. Okay, then we have our directrix 2. So ganun lang din, x is equal to negative 8.3. Nasusundan? Nasusundan po ba? Okay, then sumunod po, where I'm going to place it. Okay, dito na lang. Sabihin kung matulad na, we have the latus rectum. Okay, so latus rectum is 2b squared over a. So that will be 2 times 4 squared over 5. So that will be 2 times 16 over 5. So that will be 32 over 5. Again, you know how to divide. So 32 divide by 5. Ilang 5 mayroon sa 32? 6. So we have 32 add 0.4. So that will be 6.4 units. Ayan po. Now we have LRA 1, LRA 2. So for our LRA 1, ibig sabihin LRA endpoint 1. So we have here negative C plus B squared over A. Then we have our LRA 2. LRA 2, we have negative C, comma, negative B squared over A. As you can see, magkamukha sila, kaya lang, you're going to change the sign lang po ng ating second element. So, perform daw natin. So, negative what? Negative 3. Then we have B squared, which is 4 squared over 5. Dito naman po, we have negative 3, negative 4 squared over 5. So, negative 3, and that is 16 over 5, negative 3, negative 16 over 5. 16 divide by 5. So, that will be what? 3. So, we have 15. So, 3.2. So, that will be negative 3 and 3.2. Ito naman, negative 3, negative 3.2. So, ito po yung ating LRA 1. Ito naman po yung ating LRA 2. Now, we go to LRA B. Ito naman, LRB1. Okay, as you can see, okay, see the difference po. Ito naman po ay negative, positive C. Then we have positive, negative B, positive B squared over A. And then LRB2. So that will be C. Then we have negative B squared over A. See po the difference. Magkamukha naman sila. Kaya lang, this time, ito naman daw yung ating from negative magiging positive. So we're going to just simply change the sign of the first number. Nagkakaintindihan ba? Kasi magkamukha po yan. So hindi na po natin siya i-recompute. So magiging positive 3 and 3.2. Nasusundan po ba? Tapos dito naman, as you can see, the difference po, ito din po. Papalitan lang natin yung sign ng unang number. So that will become positive 3 and negative 3.2. Ayan po. Nasusundan? Nasusundan. So, hindi naman po isosolve pa natin yung LRB1. Pag nakuha na po natin yung LRA1, papalitan lang po natin yung sign yung unang number. Yun na po yung LRB1. Nasusundan po ba? Pag nakuha na natin yung LRA2, papalitan lang natin yung sign ng unang number. Yun naman po daw yung magiging LRB2. Ang problem, pag mali po yung ating LRA, mali rin po yung ating LRB. Nasusundan po ba? Okay. Pag nakuha na po natin yan, so ilan po daw yung ating kailangan ma-find out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10. So, 11. So, ayan po. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Lahat-lahat. Nasusundan po ba? Okay, and everything starts in A, B, and C. Kapag po mali yung A natin, mali yung B natin, mali yung C natin, and everything follows. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? Kasi po, tandaan nyo, nagre-rely lang din po yung bawat parts of the parabola sa A, B, and C. Is it clear? What will be your question? Miss, what if our A, our B, our C is not a perfect square? Nasusundan po ba? We will go on that after po itong i-plot muna natin. Nagkakaintindihan? As I said, yung mga binigay kong given is perfect square. Pero it's not always a perfect square. It just happened na binigyan ko muna kayo ng level 1. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? Okay. Okay, so we start in determining the vertex 1 and the vertex 2. By the way pala, let's start with the center. Ito po, center at 0, 0 pa lang yan ha. So, ito po yung ating center ng ating po, ellipse. So, we go to vertex 1. Ano ba yung vertex 1 natin? 5, 0. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway po, may graphing naman tayo dyan. Nagkakaintindihan ba? So, we have here the vertex 1. Our vertex 2 is negative 5, 0. So, here is our vertex 2. Okay, next po. We're going to get the focus. So, focus 1 is 3, 0. So, ito po yung ating focus 1. Focus 1. Our focus 2 is negative 3, 0. Ayan po yung ating focus 2. And then, we have the LRA1. So, we have the LRA1 which is negative 3. Ito po, negative 3 tsaka 3.2. So, 1, siguro, wait lang. Gawin kong a little bit bigger para po mas visualize. Lakihan lang po na lang natin yung pagdagat ko. So, sa graphing paper po ninyo, listen. Miss, paano kapag gusto ko ma-widen? Gagawin nyo na lang, instead na per grid na 1, 2, 3, pwede yung pong dalawa, in yung 1, in yung 2. Nasa yun lang po yung ano. Kahit situate lang po na yung distance po ay even. Nagkakaintindihan ba? Okay. Kung gusto nyo ma-spread out pa po yung parts natin. Okay, so we have here, again, the center. And then, layo-layo ko na lang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doon sa grid ninyo, pwedeng tatlo-tatlo yan. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, bali 1, 1, 2, 3, bali yung pangatlo, 1, yung pang-anim, 2, yung pang-9, 3, gano'n na lang ha. Kung baga kayo na mag-adjust, of course, hindi pa natin pwedeng laki ng payon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, ulitin natin. Vertex 1. So, ito po. Vertex 2. Then we have focus 1. Focus 2. Okay, then we have LRA 1. Bali negative 3, saka 3.2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dito po yun. Tansyahin na lang po. So, ito po yung ating LRA 1. Ang ating pong LRA 2 is, okay, negative 3, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, nandito naman. Okay, then we have LRA 2. Our LRA B is 3, then positive 3.2. Ayan po yun. LRB1. Our LRB2 is positive 3, negative 3.2. Negative, ito na lang. Pero mamaya papakita ko sa inyo kung ano lang mga gusto kong makita sa ano ha. Okay, and then, after po nun, syempre, kunin po natin yung major at saka minor axis. So, yung ating pong major axis is, okay, 10 units. So, ibig sabihin, from center ay 5. From center, 5 din po pababa. Kalahati po nun ay 5. Ito naman po, 8 units, kalahati, 4 and 4. So, again, kung ano daw yung ating, bali, ito po yung 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ito po yung ating major axis, this one. Yung ating minor axis is kalahati naman daw ng ating 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ito po. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Ayan. So, ito po yung ating. So, connect na po natin from ating minor going to our LR1, going to our vertex, going to our LR2, going to our minor, then LR2, then vertex 1, then LR1. Okay. So, ayan po yung ating ellipse. So, the longer side, the longer segment is our major axis. And the shorter one is our minor axis. Okay. Hindi na po natin i-connect to get the LRA and LRB. So, ayan lang po yung makikita dapat sa ating sa ating pong paggawa ng ellipse. So, how many po all in all? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 lahat-lahat yan. Okay, ano-ano daw yung makikita dapat? Okay, ano daw yung makikita? Center, vertex 1, vertex 2, focus 1, focus 2, and then we have the MA, the major, and then we have the LRA1, LRA2, LRB1, LRB2. Yung directrix, hindi na po. Magkakaintindihan ba? Pero it must be shown in the characteristics. Pero hindi na po. Wait lang po. Sama na rin pala natin. So, yung directrix 1 is, ano yun? Ayun, 8.3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dito po yun. Tatamaan daw yung ating x-axis. Ito naman daw yung ating directrix 2, negative 8.3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ito po. So, here is our directrix 2. Arrow, arrow. this will be our directrix 1. Ayan po. Yung ating ellipse. Nasusundan po ba? So we have D1 and D2. So ilan lahat-lahat? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Volleyball. Diba? Dati, ito lang. Ngayon, 13 na. Alin po? Directrix po, ayan. You have to follow this one. Alin po? Ayan po kasi, ibig sabihin, sa x-axis daw, 8.3. Tapos sa x-axis daw, negative 8.3. Siyempre, mas closer siya sa, bali, yung 8.3 is between inside the 8 and 9. Siyempre, mas closer siya sa 8 compared to 9. Kasi wala pa po siya sa kalahati na 8 to 9. Nasusundan? Okay. Any question po? Any question? Kaya? Kakayanin. Diba? Wala naman po tayong option. Wala naman po tayong choice. Kundi kayanin. Okay. So that is, as you can see, when our foci lies on the x-axis, where our A, which is the bigger number, must be placed under x squared. Nasusundan po ba? Okay. So, after po yan, gagawa naman tayo na foci naman lies on the y-axis. This is equal to 1. Okay, and then what you're going to do is both sides multiplied by 6,400. So that will be, cross out mo na to, so 100 x squared plus 64 y squared is equal to 6,400. So that will be the standard form. Nagbinan po ba? How it will become a general form? So this is the standard form. So from the standard form, change natin sa general form. Ito po ay equation. This one naman ay equation to standard form. Then standard form to general form, simply, so we have here 100 x squared plus 64 y squared is equal to 6,400. This is in standard form. Paano siya magiging general form? So, equate lang natin sa 0. 100 x squared, 64 y squared minus 6,400 is already in general form. Magkakaintindihan po ba? So, now we have the equation. Okay, equation. Gagawin standard form. Standard form. Gagawin general form. Now, baliktarin natin. General form, gagawin standard form, gagawin equation. Nasusundan po ba? Okay. So, this time, general form to standard form to equation. Okay, general form. 100 x squared plus 64 y squared minus 6,400. Okay, constant, transpose on the other side. Of course, you have to change the sign. So we have 100 x squared, 64 y squared is equal to 6,400. And then, what you're going to do, to make it 1, all divide by 6,400. Para po, 6,400 divide 6,400 is 1. Okay. So, kapag daw magkamukha, may 0, cancel out na lang yung 0. That is 1 over 64. And that is x squared over 64. Nasusundan po ba? And then 64, okay, 6,400 divide 64 is 100. So that will be 1 over 100 or y squared over 100. 6,400 divide 6,400 is 1. So already in standard form. Naintindihan mo ba? So from, okay, general form, ginawa natin siyang standard form. Ito yung standard form, ginawa natin siyang equation. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? Okay, so our x squared. Let's say we have here 3x squared over 5 plus 2y squared over 3 is equal to 1. This is still an equation. Okay, paano doon natin siya gagawin standard form? The same thing that we're going to do. Cross product lang natin. So that will be 3 times 3. It means 3 times 3x squared plus 5 times 2y squared over 5 times 3 is equal to 1. Okay, so 3 times 3x squared is 9x squared plus 10y squared over 15 is equal to 1. Both sides multiplied by 15. Para ma-cancel out natin yung 15 under 9x squared plus 10y squared is equal to over 15. 1 times 15 is 15. So our standard form is 9x squared plus 10y squared is equal to 15. Already in standard form. What will be our general form? Equate lang natin sa 0. So 9x squared plus 10y squared minus 15 is already in general form. Tandaan, general form is equal to 0. Standard form is equal to constant. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? Ngayon, paano daw natin siya gagawin uling equation? So, kung ano lang din gagawin natin, just like what we did here. Nasusundan po ba?
Yes.
Okay. So, paano naman daw natin from general form? 9x squared plus 10y squared minus 15 is equal to 0. Gagawin naman natin siyang standard form. So, that will be 9x squared plus 10y squared is equal to 15. Equal to 1, ibig sabihin, all terms divide by 15. So, divide by 15, divide by 15, divide by 15. Lowest term, 9 and 15 divisible by what?
3.
By 3. Up and down, divisible by 3. 9 divide by 3, 15 divide by 3, 5. And that is our 3/5. Nasusundan po ba? Now, we have here 10 and 15 divide that by 5. 10 divide by 5, 15 divide by 5, and that is our 2/3. Nasusundan po ba? So, what will be our equation? So, that will be 3/5 x squared plus 2/3 y squared. 15 divide 15, 1. So, bumalik tayo sa equation. Nasusundan po ba?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any question po?